Hello Libra and Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel. I'm Iris Siriani and I am here today to do your love guidance reading. Now I read my cards intuitively so that I can deliver messages for your highest good. But this is a general reading, so the messages may not apply to everybody. And if you are interested, you could book a private reading with me where the messages would be directly for you. And all that information I've left below in the video. So let's get started on your January love guidance reading. During the course of the reading, I use 3 different decks. And the first deck that I'm using is Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle. Couldn't think of it there for a second. So Wisdom of the Oracle. And I pull one card here for your overall message and guidance for the month. So for January 2019, Libra, you've got the tribe. And this card is all about finding people that are your tribe. And if you're new to that kind of lingo, your tribe really are the people that support you in your growth. So oftentimes what happens is we find ourselves surrounded with people that don't really support our growth. They keep us down, they keep us small, they try and manipulate us and control us and or dissuade us from making certain decisions for ourselves because of the fear that they have of what our own growth would do for them. So your messages overall for January is your tribe. Connect with your tribe. Find people that are of like mind. If you're on a new spiritual journey, which so many people are, because they want to raise the vibration and they want to get in line with the whole, the energy upgrade that is happening on Earth right now at this beautiful time in our lives. And so if you are, tapping into that spiritual side of you, maybe you haven't found your tribe yet, and maybe that's what this message is for this month. Is finding your tribe. And I'm laughing because the first 3 cards that came out for you are about strength and unity and finding common ground and planning your next steps and moving forward into your future. So the cards that I have for you are the 3 of spring, and as you can see here in this card, that this beautiful woman, she's planted seeds and they're starting to grow. They're starting to grow up her dress and they're starting to grow up here. And in here, a ship is coming in as well. And, that could be your new tribe. This is about satisfaction from a job well done and just really acknowledging the work that you've put in to something. Even if things aren't going exactly the way that you want them to, you have put in a significant amount of work, and that needs to be acknowledged and celebrated because good things are going to come from that. And this unity card is about not all bad things need to end. Sometimes there is a common amicable solution, and it's about doing the right things for the right reasons. So if you happen to be in a relationship right now, it doesn't mean that, and things aren't going well for you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to, throw the baby out with the bathwater. Sometimes it's just a unification to get back on to the same the same page. And likewise, you know, if you're following tradition, let's say family tradition or custom, you know, tradition, and there are changes that you want to make, because I feel a little bit of struggle and challenge in the first part of your reading, and that, you know, you're working really hard on something, and you're trying to make something work, but all the pieces aren't necessarily clicking into place for you. So for you, it's, you know, you've been struggling perhaps with the strength to to move forward. And, you know, this card here is your strength card. And, you know, sometimes we get caught up in that situation where we wonder, like, do I have the strength to keep on going on? And the answer, of course, is yes, you do. But, you know, sometimes there's a lot of kindness and forgiveness, and then embracing the hard work that you have been putting forth so far on whatever it is that you've been working on. There's lots that you've been working on, but you know, I think that, like I felt it at the beginning, is there's even some spiritual growth for you. So some of you might be missing out on the connection that you need to feel supported in whatever it is that you're growing. And I know a few Libras who are in this same place right now as well. They've put in a tremendous amount of work into making things better, improving their lives, particularly in their own creative endeavors, but also in their relationships. And there's a lot of battling and a lot of fighting, and they wonder, like, do I have, how much more of this can I endure? And sometimes all it takes is a subtle shift. Excuse me, I've been talking all day, my voice is starting to crackle up a little bit. Sometimes it's about a shift in the energy of instead of struggling so hard and trying to make it so that everything is perfect, sometimes it's about just taking a step back and finding the people that support your vision. And then adding a lot of kindness and compassion, and try and find a good unified solution that works for everybody. And so that is, I think that is what has been going on for you so far up until this point, which leads you to where you are now. And I'm just going to let 3 cards come out for you, as they all do, always do. Okay, here they are. So you have the 8 of Winter, which speaks of, you know, feeling isolated, right? And this taps into finding your tribe. So the 8 of Winter, the King of Winter, and this is about wisdom, knowledge, insight, trusting your intuition, spiritual guidance. And then the King of Autumn is about asserting yourself and being the king or queen of your domain, and, you know, having the kindness and compassion to fulfill what it is that you want within yourself, without sacrificing yourself. And, you know, the king, he's accomplished, he's certain, he's sure, and he's got his trusty companion there with him as well. But just because you are the king or queen of your own castle, so to speak, doesn't mean that it's your way or the highway. Because we're also talking about the Unity card here as well, right? And finding your tribe, finding an amicable solution that works for everybody. I do feel that this has a lot to do with relationships and your own creative endeavors and how they might be conflicting with significant people in your life. So your current situation, what I'm feeling is that you do feel a little bit of isolation, mainly due because of the changes that you're feeling within yourself and not being connected to the right people that support your vision and moving forward. And and seeking out people who can support you and offer you the wisdom, insight, and knowledge that you need to move forward as well, and as well, trusting your own intuition because to become this king or queen of your own domain requires you to tap into your own inner wisdom and trust your intuition in guiding you forward in your life. Oops, so these next 3 cards that are coming out are steps for the positive future to move you forward. And so we have the 9 of Autumn, which speaks of abundance and ripeness and more happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction in your life. It could be, starting a new venture of some type, maybe a relocation, maybe you're starting a new business, whatever that is. Take actions toward it because it's going to lead to your eventual inner fulfillment, satisfaction, and happiness. And so, it's a matter of trusting yourself and knowing what is right for you and being discerning about the decisions and choices that you make. Because oftentimes when we embark on a new way of doing things, new adventures, new creative ideas, whatever they happen to be, it upsets the apple carts, and then significant people, relevant people in our lives, they might not always be on board, but there's always a solution to marrying up things so that you can have what you want, and ultimately they can also have what they want as well. The word love is always the way is coming up for you. Love is always the way. And I think that the more you tap into your own inner love and trust yourself and trust your intuition and go after whatever it is, that thing that you are wanting for yourself. I'm taking a pause here because there's some really good things coming up for you. The fruits are going to be right for you. And this card is all about, continue on your hard work. You have that inner dream and that desire to do something. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And don't be the one that overgives of yourself and sacrifices everything so that other people can feel comfortable or feel happy. This leads to too many balls in the air, and a lot of the signs have gotten this for January, that they're juggling so many things. They're trying to organize and make everybody happy, and they're giving so much of themselves. Don't do that. Let some of the balls fall and let other people be responsible for some of those balls. You don't need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulder. But when you follow your passion and perfect your craft, good things, good things are going to happen for you. And, funny enough, there's a lot of new and renewed love coming in for you too. Like this, I didn't pull these cards. They absolutely fell out, and I thought, I'm going to pull them. Am I going to read them or not? And I do want to read them because everything we do in our life is connected. And the more that we tap in to our own selves and following our passions and our desires in life leads us to a higher evolved being that we are, and that we're supposed to be becoming all of the time. And so these 3 cards came out. One is the renewal card, which is all about letting go of old beliefs, old ways of being, old patterns, inherited beliefs that we got from our parents and their parents and their parents and their parents, and so on and so on and so on. We carry those with us, right? So this renewal card is about looking at what works in your life and do more of that, and what doesn't work in your life, and don't do that anymore. Don't be afraid to let that go if it doesn't work for you anymore. It's about understanding your life purpose and honoring that which you desire, because if you have that desire within you, you need to follow it, because it's going to lead you forward on your life purpose path. And I know that this is a love guidance video. The reason I think that all of it is significant is because that the happier and more whole we are inside, the easier it is to attract somebody that is equally and whole within themselves. And when 2 whole beings come together in a relationship, they create magic. And so it's so important to follow your life purpose, to honor that draw that is coming in from within your soul, and to understand and learn from the lessons, from the experiences that we have, learn the lessons, and then we can use those lessons in the form of wisdom, insight, and knowledge, so that we can take flight with that and evolve to the next evolution of who we are and have the things that we want. And so what I see coming in for you, whether you are single or whether you are coupled, is a lot of fulfillment and satisfaction. Like these 2 cards, when it comes to love and fulfillment and satisfaction and being grateful, these are the bomb, really, because this here is like the unified lovers, the card that represents a happy home and a happy life. And if you're in that place where you want to have children, or you are raising children year round, you're creating that, you've created that strong foundation, and there is just mutual support and respect and understanding and support for you in relationship. And of course, this 4 of Springs is that deep, that place that you call home inside yourself, and in partnership too, and feeling love and gratitude for all things in your life. Remember that people in life, they have high and lows. If everything was always running a high, we wouldn't keep on having the challenges, so that we could grow and learn, acquire the wisdom and insight and knowledge, so that we can take that into the next evolution of ourselves. But it all starts with our inner self, because our inner self creates our outer world, and we attract how we feel. And when we feel good and when we feel accomplished, we end up attracting, we vibrate at a higher level. I hope that focuses back in again. We vibrate at a higher level, and energy starts to change, and the manifestations of it all are just absolutely beautiful. But there's always so much fear involved with changes. But really, this renewal card is really significant, because it is the opportunity to really focus in and look at what it is that you want, and what do you have in place that's going to support you in moving forward to getting what you want, and connecting with your right tribe as well. You need people around you, whether those people are online. Maybe that's all the only place that you go right now to find your tribe are people online, and people that you follow on YouTube, that where you're hearing affirming things that you're on the right path. But maybe you do have somebody in your life that you already know that is the one person on your tribe. But if you don't have a tribe, somebody to support you, find them in your community, find them online. And your tribe can be one person. It doesn't need to be a whole bunch of people. It can be one person. So beautiful, beautiful reading for you for the month of January 2019, Libra. And I'm going to pull one more card for you. These are Divine Messages from Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And these cards are just divine in their delivery of their message. So I don't read these ones intuitively. I do read them from the book because the messages are incredible, and they're always straight on point and resonate with the viewer and the listener in some way in their life, whether it is today or in the not too distant future. So for you, dear Libra, I have pulled Spin the Silken Thread Divine. And that's what that card looks like. The illustration on these cards are beautiful as well. So some of these, some of the readings for these cards can be a little bit lengthy. And so bear with me if yours is lengthy. I'll tell you right away if it is. 29:30. And not too bad. Spin the silken thread divine. In creating precious skills, there is a sorting process, sifting out that which is broken to find that which is precious and pure. You are commencing a new cycle, beloved, and it is time to allow for that which is more precious and pure, that which you wish to take with you into the future, to continue, and to release that which does not align with your true heart. So that is speaking of the renewal card. Sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need to help ourselves access the new cycle by releasing vows from this or other lifetimes, releasing old emotional patterns, and calling in wisdom and talents from past lifetimes. You are guided to accept this healing now. It goes on to say, your past is calling to you. It is calling to be cleared, to be released, and for the beauty and power of the past to be claimed in the present moment, woven together like a precious, rare silk. All of the experiences, mistakes, adventures, and success of your past in this and other lifetimes have given your soul plenty of material from which to draw its wisdom, like fine silken threads being woven into a beautiful fabric. It has had to grow into awareness, light, capacity, and love in order to be where it is now. You're being guided by Kuan Yin now to realize that your past is nothing to be ashamed of. Even the worst mistakes that you may have judged yourself or others for have been opportunities to really grow in love. Excuse me. The precious silk could not be formed without the rough layers of the cocoon within which the pure thread is spun by the silkworm. So too have you been able to weave something truly beautiful within the experiences of your life, even those which no longer need to carry with you as memories or scars. There comes a time to extract the pure thread and cast aside that which is unusable. You are at a point, beloved, where you must choose to empty out old emotional baggage and take forward with you the gifts, skills, wisdom, and talents you have developed throughout many lifetimes so that you may move into the new cycle that is calling you forward. Sometimes you can feel very unfamiliar and cause us some anxiety as we do not have the old emotional or behavioral patterns to hold on to as we go through life. Yet there is no need to be fearful of this process because as you release the old, a beautiful new patterning will be emerging from within you. You will have new emotions, new ways of being available to you, born of your past experiences but not limited by them. Kuan Yin, mistress of spinning the spiritual silk, is with you, and the process can be filled with peace, joy, and love. You will feel lighter for this process and more able to be your divine self in all parts of your life. What a beautiful message. What a beautiful reading for you, Libra, for January 2019. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. If you have, please subscribe and please leave your comments below. I read every comment and I love to hear how you are progressing and how these messages are resonating with you. If you would like to book a private reading with me, all of the information and details is below. You can also follow me on Instagram at Iris Sirianni. And until we see each other again, blessings and love to you. Bye for now.